Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a wonderful summer. I don't post as much, I don't record as much during the summer because I'm technically off for half my summer for work. So I try to implement that with everything that I do and kind of take some downtime that's needed always. I hope all of us are, no matter what your job looks like. I have somebody in my life who swears up and down that I don't work because I'm off so much, and I'm off but I'm not off. I'm fortunate and blessed to have a flexible schedule. I don't say I don't work, but I definitely have the freedom to be able to be home and have holidays off. And but when I go hard, I go hard, with the semesters. So I've enjoyed some downtime. I've enjoyed the first part of my summer. And so I'm excited to kind of start getting back into things as I get ready to start teaching summer school. And fall classes are right around the corner, so there's a lot coming up, and I have a very, very, very busy year. I'm sure a lot of that will be implemented into my videos. So until then, I'm going to share something with you that's just kind of the space I'm in my life. But then also I recently had kind of a mentoring conversation with a former student of mine, and question that was asked, it all kind of came together. And so I'm entitling this video Caught in the Middle. Have you ever been caught in the middle of, let's just say, an argument? Because I think that's a lot of times what comes to mind. You caught in the middle, or you're caught in the middle of like two people, hopefully like friendship situation, not like dating situation. That should never happen. But point being, you're stuck in the middle, right? And it's kind of tough, right? When you're caught in the middle, it's like you don't know which way to go. Do I go this direction? Do I go that direction? Do I go back? Do I go forward? And essentially, at some point in all of our lives, we are going to be caught in the middle. And the thing about the middle that I have learned, and that I'm learning, and I probably will continue to learn, is it stinks be caught in the middle. It's hard, it's difficult, it's frustrating. It brings fear, it brings anxiety, it brings frustration. Being in the middle is tough, right? Because when you think of it as far as a spectrum, if you're on this end or if you're on this end, right? You almost can't accept where you are on this side, because you have hope to get to where you're trying to get to, right? So you're in this space of like, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to that point, right? So there's this motivation, or just like I said, that hope that you're going to get to that point, right? So you start doing all the things necessary to get to that point, but we spend so much time in that middle section. It's frustrating, right? So what do you do? What do you do when you are caught in the middle? There are so many situations and examples I can give you of being caught in the middle, right? Think about the beginning of a relationship, when it's like wonderful and it's exciting and all of those fun things. And then think about the people who have made it to kind of like the other side in a healthy, that's the caveat, sort of way. They're in a healthy, they've been together, maybe 30, 40 plus years. But they didn't get there automatically, right? It took a lot of stuff in the middle, whether that was arguments and kids and work and schedules and sicknesses and, bills and, brokenness and richness and everything in the middle and all these things. That's the middle. That's the part that's like tough, right? And what do we do? What do we do when we are in the middle? Because here's the thing I've learned. You're too far to go backwards, right? But you're not far enough ahead you're not to where you're trying to get. So what do you do when you're stuck in the middle? There's so many things I could tell you, and I'm trying to think of it, and I'm already at 4 minutes in this video. What can I tell you in 2 minutes? What is my elevator pitch that you can take away from this and hold on to it, and that will help motivate you to get you to the other side? It's not profound. It's not deep. It's nothing like that. It is simply keep going. Keep going and know that you will eventually make it to the other side. Quitting is not an option. Turning back is not an option, right? Throwing your hands up and saying, you know what, I don't even want to do this anymore. Let me just go to option D. That's not an option. You are on the path you are on for a reason. The goal is to try to push through that middle part. The middle part is where you doubt. is this going to work? Is this relationship going to work, or is it not going to work? Is this job where I'm supposed to be, or is it a means to an end? Where am I going? You know, working out, dieting, that's one where you're in the middle, right? You're in that beginning stage and you see where you want to get to. And a lot of times with working out, what happens is, especially if you're new to working out, you're going to lose weight just like that. But then you get to this space where you plateau. When I used to do fitness competitions, even though I was closer to the end, that would happen. I would plateau where it's like my body was like not dropping any more weight. I was literally like stuck in this middle part, but I still needed to get to where I needed to go. What did I do? I had to keep going. I had to find ways to keep myself motivated. I had to find ways to keep pushing. That meant I had to have the right people in my life, the right voices coming at me. That meant that I had to dig deep and find the determination that is deep inside all of us. We all have it. That meant that I had to shut out the noise, the things that were not beneficial and helpful to me, and I had to keep going. So somebody needs to hear that today, because it's one of those things, like I said, it's not profound, it's not deep or anything like that, but it's that thing that I know sometimes I need to hear it. Like I'm in this middle part, and then somebody will come along, a friend or somebody, and say, you know what, you're almost there. And they remind me of where I'm not and point out some of the places that I'm at. And that's what you got to do. Find those people, listen to a YouTube channel, something positive that reminds you that you're not where you used to be. And you still want to get to another place. But you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You got to keep doing those things that are going to get you to that place that you're trying to get. Not easy, but it's doable. So I hope that helps somebody today. As always, I hope y'all have a wonderful week or weekend. And one last thing about being in the middle, I just had a birthday recently. That's the reason I take time off as well. So I am happily, and I tell people all the time, I'm not somebody who actually doesn't like to share my age, because I look at it as it's another blessing that God has given me to live another year. So I am happily 43 years old, and your 40s, you're in the middle, you know? You're not 20s. You can't mess up in your 40s like you did when you were 20s. 30s, you're kind of settling into adulthood. 60s and 70s, you're seasoned, right? You've been around, no offense to anybody in their 60s or 70s, but you've lived a life, right? You have some years behind you. Your 40s, your 50s, you're kind of still in the middle, right? You're still trying to get to this certain place. You're almost there, but you're not there. So I look forward to what's coming in my mid to late 40s, believe it or not, say that out loud, but that's part of being in the middle as well. So have a wonderful week or weekend now, and I will see y'all on the next video.